because mine is slow, and there we go. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome to not a Toonkind FPS, a Toonkind game. My name is Dewpoint. I will be the DM for today, and I will be running the game Set in Stonehenge. And I would like for my players, from top to bottom, to introduce their wonderful selves and their character if they'd like, or they can leave that as a surprise.
Oh shit, I'm first. Hi, I'm Jayjay. I'm playing a new character today. I guess all that I'll say right now is that they're a robot because God forbid I could not play one of those anyway.
You play your robot so good.
Maybe someday I'll make another character that is not a robot, but that day is not today.
Oh dear. That's me next. Hi everybody, my name is Whis. I am not playing Chifley today, even though my name still says the real Chifley Ford, but I couldn't be bothered changing it. I am playing Matthew B today. I am playing a cat. I am playing a stupid cat. It's gonna be fun.
Hi, I am Eros. I am going to be playing a bird. I'm playing Alex Hope. This will be their first adventure game since getting their own body, so this will be fun. They're on their own this time. There is no Karis.
Hey! Happy first body experience.
They also have no strength. Hold on, what's their strength? Their strength is a 6. So that's a -2. It used to be a 3, but then they regained some strength because Winona was like, absolutely not. We're not having it. We're not having it as the lowest we can go.
Yikes!
So they regained some strength after getting an entirely new body, but it's still pretty low.
They're doing their best, Your Honor.
And hi, I'm Wick, and I'm going to be playing somebody new too.
Ooh.
I mean, actually, I'll just give the name. Her name is Fran. That's it.
Okay.
Delightful. Love her already. I don't know who she is or what she does, but I love her. Okay. So, I could probably set the theme. It is. Oh, what is it? It is probably mid-afternoon, 2-3 o'clock. And we kind of zoom in on a scene, a rather rural countryside kind of dealio. We go across farmlands, through a couple of wooden staked fences, zoom past a cluster and cloister of trees, and presumably some woodland, and eventually we start noticing that the grass goes from lush green to slightly yellower wheat to almost not there at all. And rather abruptly, we come up to the stone wall. And beyond that stone wall are houses of stone, roads of stone, and, well, pretty much everything of stone. Would you guys like to introduce how your characters wander in?
First, can I ask if you guys are picking up my heating through the Discord? Because if so, I can turn it off. I just see it keeps flashing.
I'm getting.
It keeps flashing.
Yeah, I'm getting a sort of a bubble. Sort of sounds like a cauldron in the background.
I don't know where that would come from. This is pretty constant, but I'll turn it off just in case. I keep seeing it flashing my name. So
yeah,
just in case,
the name flash, but not sound.
Okay.
I still have a mobile cauldron.
Did the cauldron noise stop? Because my heating just turned off.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. It turned off on its own. I'll actually turn it off. Actually, can I can reach that with my computer. You guys are taking. I'm taking you with me for like 5 feet to the thermostat.
We're going on an adventure.
Well,
Five
I'll,
A different
I'll-
adventure.
I'll get Matt into the scene while you do that.
Okay, no, I literally just finished. It was literally only 5 feet away. I'm
Lol.
good now.
Well, Matt has no brains, and he has no plan. And frankly, I don't think he would even notice that everything is made out of stone until someone points it out. So he's just walking down the road, looking around. Oh, look, a bird. Walking around.
Me?
Not a
You say,
care
"Oh, look,"
in the
you
world.
You say, "Oh, look, a bird," and there's just Alex standing there. I don't know. I think they're just kind of like exploring. They like to travel. They're very much an adventurer, and they've been cooped up for a bit. They're looking around. They're traveling, seeing the sights. They can get home. They know how to get home, but they words. Hold on. Yeah, they're just traveling.
I'm gonna spread their wings a bit.
Exploring. Exploring is the word.
Ye-
So, yeah, a town entirely made of stone. That's interesting. They'll go check that out.
Yeah, you can roll. What's the word? I've forgotten the word. How have I forgotten the word? Perception.
What,
Perception?
history? Oh, perception.
Yes. Perception.
Their
My brain
perception
was
is
insisting it was a.
Hmm?
Oh, also Jayjay Wick points at both of you.
Alright. I feel like my little guy is in the same boat in that they are just sort of walking around. However, saying this is gonna sound so stupid. They are looking for garbage that is not
Okay.
like
Roll
thrown away.
investigation.
Okay.
That's fair. Alex got a 24 for their perception.
Nice. I'll adjust that.
They see
In
everything.
a second. You got eagle eyes, boy. Okay. Okay. Wick, did you want to introduce your character, or did you want to wait a bit? Yeah.
I'll wait.
Okay.
Is everyone? I was gonna say, is everyone
Okay.
in town already, or it's just are we on the road?
You're all
Like-
kind of. You're all within the outskirts of a stone wall. Basically, Matt has just plodded along, not even noticed they've crossed through the gap between the stone walls. There's no fence, there's no gates, it's just like a gap between the stone wall. Matt's just walked straight through. Completely oblivious.
No hesitation
Um,
whatsoever. It's like, oh, there's a gap. That looks
Nope.
me-sized. Let's keep going.
Um, Jayjay, your character? Gosh, I'm so good with names. I'm sorry if I forget your character's names, by the way.
I haven't said it yet. If that helps, I haven't said it yet.
Your character has probably been trundling along through the countryside, picking up stray errant bits of trash that people have thrown out of the wagons, going to and from trading routes and stuff. And you've been travelling a little bit longer on this pathway, and you've noticed that the dirt road has slowly turned from dirt to gravel, and then eventually to like little cobblestones. You don't notice much like litter. The closest thing you can get to litter is like dust between flagstones and cobblestones. So that surrounds like a plaza or a statue in the middle of the plaza. But otherwise, you can't really see anything that would be litter. As for you, Arrows, Alex, my word, you've been paying a lot of attention on your travels, and walking up this stone wall and through it is no different. You walk through, small gap between the stone wall, and you notice that the ground beneath your feet transitions from dirt and grass to, well, cobblestones and gravel beneath your feet very quickly. Right in front of you is what looks to be some sort of stone plinth or monument, a circular one. A very worn-looking statue. You get a vague impression of a hooded figure and holding something rectangular, but you can't quite figure out what exactly that is. As you look around, you notice that there is a signpost made of stone, just to the right of it, and that there are lots of stone houses and 3 different pathways. I will tell you that each of these pathways you notice, whilst they're all made of stone, they're sort of made of different kinds. A pathway curving to the left, just out of sight, is made of cobblestone. A path that seems to be more of an alleyway than a path is mostly pebbles and stray loose bits of stone. And the pathway to the right you see is starts to get less and less orderly, less and less like cobblestones, and there seems to be more cracks between them. And if you look and squint into the distance, you see little poked bits of grass peeking out, and it seems to fade into the woods.
Interesting. Is there a description for the statue at all?
You can roll investigation if you want.
Yes. Listen, I have what's the word? Not representation, but like, sure, why not? Yeah, something like that. We'll go with that. Of the red soul in Deltarune, we are checking everything.
Nice.
Snoop.
That was 5 plus 5 to 10.
You can't. You see, there's a lot of like hits and inks in it. Like you think it might be rainwater damage or some sort. Like it's quite worn down. It looks like it's been here a while. And you kind of look around. You probably circle around it. Quite circular, quite wide, but there's really you can't really make out any particular writing or anything on it. But if you do pass the stone signpost, you do see that there are 3 arrows pointing in different directions on it.
Do the arrows match up with the paths?
Roughly, yes.
Where are the arrows located again?
They're located on a signpost. Like
on the
literally-
signpost.
Yeah, it's literally just like a stone post that sticks up, and then there's like arrows sticking out, and
Okay.
seemingly etched into the stone arrows are places.
Like, okay. Do they have like names or anything on them, or?
Yes.
Yes.
So the one pointing down the cobblestone road says in. One pointing to the right says out, and the one pointing up doesn't have anything on it.
Okay. They just have a sign
Ooh.
pointing into the alleyway with nothing on it.
Cool. Okay.
It's just there.
I also did forget to mention a couple of things. I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
As you were circling around, you do notice on the couple circles around trying to investigate this plinth. As you pass by the alleyway, you get like a kind of sort of smoky smell, almost sort of not quite sweet, not quite bitter. And you notice a little haze just above some of the houses, but you can't quite see where it's coming from. And as you loop over towards where the cobblestone leads, you hear noises. Like sounds like there's might people down there? Like low murmurs and mutterings?
Remind me what direction that was in?
That was down to the left on the cobblestones.
Okay.
By the way, if you need me to draw like very quick sketches of stuff, I'm happy to do so. I know that my descriptions can be a bit.
I'm good for now. But thank you for the offer, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna give me a choice.
Yeah.
Are any of the others around?
Yes, the other two. Well,
What are the other two doing?
currently. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm going to roll a d3. Matt is already walking down the path that's in between, like in the middle. He has not even noticed there are other people. He's just like, oh, I wonder where this way goes.
You said that was
your
level
nose.
5.
Yep.
So do we have like a character of each level in the
We
range
do.
of the game?
Yes.
Okay, actually,
We got
I've
them
got
all.
Jay
We
is,
got 'em
Jay is
all.
4.
let me get you a picture reference of Matt,
Oh.
because I've played him like
You got
twice.
know,
Here we go. I need to make more art of him, but here's his turnarounds from Artfight anyway.
Oh.
There he is.
Oh, nice.
Of course, he's an orange cat.
You're like,
it
wow,
makes
suddenly
sense
this
now.
makes sense.
Yeah. I wonder, do I have Alex's or do I only have that with the spoiler thing? If I do only have the spoiler version, then I can just screenshot so it only does not have the. Alex, where are you?
Oh, in the meantime, I do have a question. What's everyone's passive perception?
16.
13.
11.
Oh. All right, cool. I rolled a stealth. My character is hidden from all of you.
Okay.
Following anywhere, I guess. I don't know. Let's find out. Who they gotta follow?
I think I'm following Matt because I am also like, I'm here looking for garbage.
Will this cat lead me to garbage?
Well, this
They're going
cat
in an
leads me to
alleyway.
garbage.
How deep is the alleyway?
So the alleyway kind of disappears out of sight between houses. It's not very wide. It's quite slim. You can get through, like it's one person wide. You can walk through it fine.
Okay.
It would be a tough squeeze for 2 people.
Is there like a visible end to it, or does it keep going?
It just keeps going. It's very windy
Right.
and twisty.
Oh, wait.
Uh,
So are the other 3 going through an alleyway?
Well, so far 2 people are. Alex is like, I mean, there's the inn. They might stay at the end, but that can be later. They want to explore first. Apparently there are these 2 people going into this narrow alleyway, and now they're curious.
Just see an orange cartoon walk down this alleyway, followed by this trundling little thing following behind it. And Jayjay, I know you said it was your character was looking for trash. I just imagined it's following the cat. It's trying to put the cat in the trash.
No,
I know that's what it's doing.
no. They
Put
know
him
that
in
the
the
cat
garbage.
is not trash. He's not trash. They know what trash is.
They know what trash is.
They are not going to put that.
Put that in the trash. Wait,
No.
Yes. Is everyone going down the alleyway then?
I don't know if
guess.
everyone is. I mean, Alex can go wherever they want.
Alex is kind of following behind it at like a little bit of a distance because they're not like part of the group, but they are curious. Like, okay, what is up with this alleyway that has 2 people going in right now? This could be
Okay, wait.
dangerous, but hey,
So we've got
they've done more
Matt.
dangerous stuff before.
We've got Matt the cat, followed by this robot, followed by shortly by this bird, and then Fran, also following behind everyone else. We've got a conga line going.
I am going to roll a perception to see if Matt notices. Let's see. Potentially.
Alex is probably the tallest.
Oh. Oh, you actually have a
Yeah,
plus to
I put-
perception. All right. Cool. Good on you, Matt. Well done. I'm proud of you. Okay, so that's a 16. So he probably gets halfway down the alleyway and then sort of stops and then just looks over his shoulder and goes, "Oh, hello. You going this way too, yes?"
I'm imagining like this is a very narrow place, so like there's like a stack of people, or maybe not, maybe
This
maybe
makes
not a
sense now.
stack, but like yeah.
I mean, I
there-
will say that like, there are gaps between houses and stuff, like little nooks, like not separate alleyways, but there are like pivots between the houses. Like if you wanted somewhere to like down and hide.
They have no reason to hide.
Oh.
I mean, I can't. I'm directly. You turned around. I'm right in front of you now.
James is short.
I didn't. For reference, Wiz asked how tall everyone was in the chat. I didn't get that far.
Oh.
I didn't think that far ahead.
Size of a cake box.
I found them.
I don't know if this would theoretically count
Oh.
as Gobo, so I'm
Oh,
splitting
that's
it
kind of
out.
cool though.
Oh,
They're,
yeah.
We've got
There.
2 tunes and 2 real kind.
They're a black turn specifically, but they're still a
Oh.
kid, so they haven't gotten that deep black yet. They have the juvenile coloring.
Oh.
Oh baby.
Yes. Yes, I was wondering when your robot picking up trash, of course.
I'm just a little guy.
You are just a little
For the
guy.
recording. For the recording.
Except I'm blue.
Excellent.
For
How
recording.
short? How
Bios,
short? This is critically important. How short?
It is important.
I don't
Matt's
know.
like- Isn't Matt like 2.5 feet?
Yeah, he's
Taller
2'6".
than that.
He's short.
I want to. Oh, I don't know. I would have to think.
How tall?
I have
He
to
wants
think
to
like
be
in
a little
context
smaller.
of the movie. I will think on this while we continue the game.
All right.
I will say that my first thought looking at that is 3 feet.
Yeah, that
I don't
sounds
know
like
if it
a
would
good.
be.
3?
We'll say
This-
with everything not in the box, 3 feet. The box itself is maybe a foot.
Oh yeah, the box itself is definitely less.
Okay.
So
I really
3 feet.
like. Okay, I really like how this is like because we still haven't met Fran yet. We don't know Fran's here. I find this really funny because Matt turns around. There's this robot right there, and then there's Alex in front of the robot at like 5 feet, and then Fran is at 4'2" is hidden behind Alex, and they still don't know that Fran is there.
You
Yeah,
got
she rolled a
ninja
17.
skills.
No one's perceiving her yet.
Excellent.
Yeah, Alex would wave, but there's not a whole lot of room for their wings.
I'll wave.
They're just like, I guess.
Well, is hard to maneuver in tight spot. It can be good
Nod,
for
nod.
traps. Let us proceed to end of alleyway, then do introductions. Yes.
They shrug, yeah, sure. This is a good enough course of action. They're just here. There's so many people that are just here.
We all
Shut
saw
up.
Matt pick one way to go, and we're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, and just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt clearly knows what he's doing. Look at him.
Clearly. Epitome of confidence. Very good.
Are you all continuing on?
Yeah.
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 Alright, cool. As you all continue to file down the alleyway, you walk for about a minute or two before it starts to widen out a bit more. You can now very safely stretch out your wings, Alex. And the pebbles beneath your feet become looser and looser, and it starts to dip a little bit. And you start to notice there seems to be sides raising up, like verges. And the houses seem to rise level of these verges, and it seems like now you're walking down the middle of a road instead of on what looks to be sidewalk. And as you keep walking down this road, you notice that smell, or you will notice a smell that Alex, you noticed that the smell you got earlier, the weird, slightly bitter, slightly charred, slightly sweet smell, it starts to get quite a bit stronger. And you all notice, as you come walking down, one house in particular seems to have smoke coming out of its chimney. And this house is the same as every other house, made of stone. It has no windows, although it does have holes with little stone slats across it, all open to breeze. And wafting out is that smell with the little wibbly wobbly aroma line coming out.
I got distracted by the art.
I love that Fran is just a stick figure.
The design
Stick
designer
figure
had
is
to
Fran
represent
inside the head. Oh, this is cute.
Fantastic.
Okay, so what I last heard, what I'm missing is between there's no windows and the smell has like the trail of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I
Okay,
got
that's
distracted by the art.
No,
Sorry.
it's fine. You're all good. Yeah, basically it looks like every other house on the street. Every house, none of them have windows, or well, they have holes, which I suppose you could call windows. But there's no like curtains, there's no glass covering it. They're just holes in the wall, circular holes that seem to be acting as windows. None of them have doors either. They're all just curved stone arches, some of which have ramps going up, some of which have little steps, like one or two. And you do also notice that quite a few of them have some weird objects outside. Some of them seem to be like, well, objects, for lack of a better word. And this particular place you stop outside of has a couple of them, in varying sizes, outside of its doorstep. And as you up it, you hear a humming noise coming from inside. Very monotone.
What exactly were sitting outside again? Like every single time you mentioned it, your audio dipped, and I couldn't tell the specific word.
Okay. So, could you repeat yourself again? Sorry.
The things sitting outside the houses, every time like you said
Okay.
what they were, the audio dipped and I couldn't hear the word.
Oh, thanks, Discord. So the things sitting outside the houses They're all different shapes and sizes, and they seem to be all sorts of different things.
Okay.
The things you seem to notice the most are pumpkins.
Oh,
And
pumpkin.
one
Oh, pumpkins.
is a
Okay.
pumpkin.
Okay.
Pumpkin.
All right. We got. Are the pumpkins also made of stone?
Yes, it is all made of stone.
Garden
Excellent.
ornament pumpkins.
Yes.
Wait, it's all stone. Oh, is that
Permanent jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're all of different sizes. Some very, very large and some not quite so large. And you hear coming out of this one place a monotone humming.
Well, Alex is immediately checking that out.
Okay.
They have no hesitation. They are curious about everything endlessly.
Okay.
Matt's just kind of gonna blink and go, "Oh, we are heading in this direction, yes? My name is Matthew, by the way. How are new friends? Yes? Alley friends! Would not be first time. How are we all?
I love Matt so much.
Would not be first time.
New friends? Okay, I'm Alex. They hold their. I don't know what exactly. Okay, it's a hand, but also a wing. Like there's just like
Limb?
little projections coming out of like. Hold on, like
Like
kind
the
of
little,
Aircrafters do like that.
little pterodactyl grabby bits at the
pterodactyl thing?
it's kind of like at the elbows, I suppose, but like they're going the other way.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of like the way that
Like
Hold on,
Rita's
it's not
from Breath of
helping.
the Wild.
I don't know Breath of the Wild that much.
Never mind.
It's kind of like what bats have, their little claws, except there's like at the corner of their wings.
Yep.
Okay.
That like that, except they've got what 2 or 3? I think 3 claws. Yeah, three, and they're all still feathered.
Okay. Matt will hold up a
but
little. He's got
they
little
wave
mitten
back.
hands. He's got little mittens, so like he doesn't really have fingers, but he has a thumb, and he'll reach this little mitten hand out all the way up because he's only 2'6". You are not biggest bird I have ever seen, yes, but still pretty tall. Nice to meet you, Alex friend. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. Yeah, I'm kind of on the shorter side of Well, I'm not. Well, okay, they're a lot smaller birds than me, but they're also a lot bigger birds than me. I'm kind of in the middle. Yeah, friend.
The pleasure is mine. And then he's just going to about face and face the little robot. And he's just got this over enthusiastic, cheerful expression on his face. It's just like, hi,
Bless him.
smiley
Love him.
face.
Hilariously, I only have eyes, so I would not have what you would call a face.
Yeah, well, I mean, Matt doesn't have
Eyes
a
is
mouth.
enough for a face.
He doesn't have a mouth. This expression is entirely through eyes and the shape of his cheeks. So you can't see
He's
a
got
mouth on
ears.
him at all. He has ears as well, and they are perked, and he is ready for friends. Yes.
Bless him.
Love
Good.
The little guy beeps and gives a wave, and then just sort of points. I don't think we actually mentioned it for the listeners. This is a Wally XP. This is just a Wally XP.
volleyball. Yeah.
So now you know what they look like. Basically, they're just blue rather than yellow, and they do cool things, but that's not important right now. But they will point to like the little cube part at the bottom. It spells out gyres, but it sounds like the word tires with a J, but it's not spelled like that.
Okay.
But it's got like a little dot between each letter.
It was, if I remember correctly from what I saw, it was like Gyres.
Yes.
Yes. Gyres. Like a gyroscope.
They sort of like wave their hand.
Matt is going
Like,
to squint.
kind of, but no.
Matthew, can you read? Oh dear. Are you literate? Yes, surprisingly. Surprisingly, he
Today.
is literate. Today he can read.
He can read today.
Today, yes. All right, groovy. Yeah. So he's going to squint and be Jay's friend. This is very good name. Do you pronounce each of the dots, or are they decorative? Yes.
They shake their head. No, you do not pronounce the This is very fun because this character understands common but does not speak it.
Excellent, excellent.
I
And
make
he's going to
great
grab one of
decisions.
the little robot hands in both of his and go shika 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 shika. And also, Duke, I am putting that on in his hammer space right now.
Everyone introducing.
Oh,
So this is a stealth because she was just peeking from behind Alex, but as the introductions kept on going, she kept on leaning like out from behind Alex until she's like, a robot.
Oh, you really did make another baby. Okay.
Why are you surprised by this?
I'm not. I just am debating whether or not it's too early to put them on the baby hit list.
But yeah, that's
Is
a
it too
5.
early?
And she wasn't being quiet after that.
There is a distinct about face from Matthew.
And you see, all of you see this, like, I guess average size. She probably looks like a 9 or 10-year-old human girl. And she's just there. She's got, I meant to draw a ref of her and then just didn't have the time. But she's
That's
got like
okay.
this.
Refs could not be me.
Well, see, but at least you had a picture of what yours is based on. But, but
Anyway,
she's kind of got
continue.
like this little mess of hair, like kind of a darkish black hair. Cute little shorts, kind of a t-shirt. Yeah.
I hold on. I'm gonna roll. I don't know what do you roll to not startle? Whis.
Whis
I
save.
don't know. A whiz save?
Whis save. Oh wait, I'm
I was about
going
to
with
say,
this dice.
Alex and Gyres can roll that. Matt seems totally fine with the situation.
Yep.
Not even surprised.
Well, as a total, that's a 17, so they're good.
Huh?
I can roll a save. They got a plus nothing to that.
Oh,
Oh,
no, I scared the robot baby.
Oh no!
Immediately into the box. Bye.
Oh.
Jay's friend can compact, very small. Is handy, yes? And Matt's just going to reach out and give a little pap on top of the box form of this friend.
Are you okay? Alex bends down, face directly in front of Box. Are you okay?
There is like a very shaky thumbs up.
Oh. Pats the box. And then turn to this new person. Hello.
Hi.
We are doing
you been there?
introductions. You should give us your name, yes?
Oh, okay. You can call me Fran.
Friend, I am Matthew. It's nice to meet you. And he's just standing straight over there, and his little mitten hand is right up for a handshake.
She kind of like tilts her head from one side, then to the other, and then she takes it like you're gonna do like a thumb wrestle instead.
Matt does not notice that the grip is different. He is just going to shake the hand up and down.
Aww.
Ah. She blinks a couple
He's
times.
not bright. I'm so sorry.
We love
That's okay.
him.
Neither is she.
I love this party. This party's good. We haven't even done anything yet. They just vibe well.
It is good to be acquainted with friends when in a adventure. Yes, we are now a party. I have heard of these. Yes.
Oh yeah, no. They just like they have a thought that like they sit there because like they did just form a party. Is something gonna happen? Is plot happening? They're aware of this. They know what this is like. They've been on multiple adventures before. And then they're gonna continue investigating this noise because, like, well, if there's plot, then it's probably here, and they were looking for adventures.
You want plot? You got it.
Well, it's funny you say that. Because while this has all been happening, oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, the drawing got updated to include Fran's actual. Fran is no longer stick figure.
No longer stick. Stick upgrade.
I like how everyone in this picture has like the happy eyes, except for Gyres, who's like worried.
In my defense, my eyes are lenses. It doesn't work like that.
Oh gosh.
Anyway,
well,
continue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, while you were having this lovely little introduction powwow, you, as you look up and finish, you do hear a scraping noise, the sound of like something being scraped against something, and then the sound of footsteps coming towards the archway, and you see a stone face peer out from the archway. And I'm just going to post a ref of who this is. And you hear a voice say, "Oh, visitors? Welcome. Would you like to come in?" This is what they look like.
Person.
They have, the features are all of stone. Their eyes look like black, shiny pebbles, and they have quite prominent, sharp pointed ears, square jaw, and what would be a floppy kind of chef's hat, but not ones that stand up. One that looks like a weird bastard hybrid between a beanie and a beret. And
Oh yeah, that kind. Yeah.
Yeah, and an ape, again made of stone, and again made of stone. Yeah, no, they're string you to come inside.
Oh, we are making
Alex looks
many
back to the
friends on
others.
this adventure. Yes. Come on, new friends.
Alex shrugs and continues in.
There's like a little... Go ahead.
They're like, I guess it's not necessarily consensus, but more than just them are curious now, so they'll yeah.
Please do not put Matt in charge, for the love of God. Please do not put Matt in charge.
I think it's already happening.
I think it's too late.
Oh, no.
Listen, Matt's the one who has been taking charge of the introductions and everything so far.
They're like,
I'm not
"Okay."
De facto, you're in
necessarily.
charge.
I'm not necessarily saying they're looking to Matt specifically. I'm saying they were looking to see if anyone else was interested, and Matt was interested. So they're like, okay. But he has so far been the one to kind of take charge a little bit. I will say. At least with the introductions.
He's a very, very low intelligence, relatively high charisma character, so it's very easy for people to confuse confidence and competence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I digress.
There will just be like a little peek, and then as they are following you, will slowly resort back to normal form. I need to find a different one for that. Not in the box. Not in the box anymore.
Unboxed.
Oh, wait, are there steps leading to this house, or is it just like flat?
Steps. It's only like
There are
straight.
steps.
They're not very steep. Yes.
If needed, Alex will. I was going to say that Alex will carry the robot, but then I remembered they have no strength. They will attempt to help the robot up the steps.
The strange stone person will also look down and say, "Oh, would you like some assistance?"
Okay, I want to try something, but I don't know what I would roll for it. So
What do you want to do?
let me
Dex.
explain a thing. So like because the actual movie is based in, you know, the far future where garbage is all over the planet. But we don't live in that society. D&D. I don't know. So I changed it a little bit to make it like the tread can inflate to make like the equivalent of pool floaties to go on water and collect trash out of the water. So I want to inflate my pool floaties and try to use that to get up the stairs if the tread won't work.
Okay, just roll me a dex check then.
Okay.
Spring.
Oh, shit.
That's
Nice.
21.
You have no issues. You have traversed worse ground than this. This is small potatoes for a little bot like you. You got no issues.
Pool floaties of steel, not literally.
That's cool.
Matt is giving a little clap. No friends, very talented. Very nice trick, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you are all most interesting. Oh, would you like to try some treats?
Somewhat.
Would you like to try some treats?
Drinks?
Oh,
What kind of treats? Everyone treat?
I like snacks.
Of course. Let me just, and they turn around and walk over to what looks like a display case, except there is no glass, it is just stone shell. And you all immediately notice as you come inside, it's a bit hotter in here. The temperature has risen noticeably quite a few degrees. And behind the counter is what looks to be a rather large kiln or oven that is roaring. And this person goes behind the counter, reaches into this kiln, and pulls something out, plops it on the counter with a steaming hiss. Then gestures over for you. Come, buy some treats. They are freshly baked. However, I will cool them down for you. I shall
I'll-
introduce.
Are they made of stone too? Are the streets made of stone
Investigate.
too?
Want to roll investigation there, buddy?
I'll roll. Actually, I don't think gyres would roll now that I think about it. I think they would just take one.
Yep.
By proxy of not having a mouth, the box does have multiple functions, like for making things not necessarily for eating, but it would that would be what this is. So yes, gyres eats rocks because they're going to take one and throw it into the box.
Okay. Roll me a con save, please.
Oh yay!
Also, Alex, for the 17, you're pretty sure these are probably rocks. They don't.
Oh my
Yay!
god! Oh, the baby!
Me as a bit, gyres can eat rocks as a treat. Rolls a 5. Never mind. Maybe they can't eat rocks.
I'm gonna roll one for Matt
Guys.
too.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, is
Guys, the
everyone
minute
just
you
gonna
put this-
unabashedly eat the rocks?
Alex is not eating it out. Not currently. They might,
Oh, thank
depending
God.
on if it's small enough, because birds and crops and they do eat rocks sometimes. If it's small enough.
Okay,
Um,
Alex.
Huh?
Alex, with your 17, you can tell that these are most likely rocks. But you can also see that on these rocks, there seem to be like little patterns and designs. Like one of them is shaped like a pumpkin, one of them is just a smiley face, one of them has a winky face on it, and another one just has like a love heart. They're all kind of blocky shape. Okay, players, with a 5, you throw that stone right inside of you. 4 seconds pass by, you're fine. And then you start to rattle and splutter, and then
Oh, no.
you hear and and the rock kind of just ings around on your insides. Luckily, it doesn't like shoot out or anything, you're not damaged, but you do kind of get knocked about a bit by this hot rock that you have put in a metal container with no air vent.
This
Oh.
vent's just not there.
These are cookies. And she picks up she picks up a smiley face one.
They're made of rocks. Alex says immediately before I can eat it. Just
Okay.
like as a heads up, they're made of rocks.
She takes a bite.
Oh
Yeah,
boy!
we all eat rocks here.
We all eat rocks here. 11.
Okay.
Why is Alex the voice of reason? They're the gremlin child here.
Not anymore.
They're not supposed to be that. I'm
Yeah.
not
Matt,
used to this.
okay?
They're not used to this. They're like, hold on. Am I surrounded by kids?
Well, by
And
one
a-
of them, I guess.
And a
Well, one of
dumbass.
Matt, you pick up a rapidly cooling cookie. You pop it into your mouth. You find that it is quite hard to crunch. Like you've got to really chew at it before you can actually swallow it, and it doesn't taste that great. You see this baker person look down at you and smile and say, "Well, do you like it? Is it enjoyable?"
Are you smart enough to use deception? I mean, I know you're a rogue, but yeah,
Also,
why
Wick,
not?
you said Wick, did
What?
you say that your lovely lady had one?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Just pick one up.
So, she got a 19.
What the
Um,
fuck?
So
How's come the real kind human is allowed to eat rocks unaffected?
I told her not to. Well,
You know
I
what?
didn't say not to. I warned that it was a rock. as they're saying this, they're picking up their own rock. They're like tasting it first though before they actually try to eat it.
When Matt eats
You
his,
should try it. It's good.
his
Tastes like rock.
this entire time, the whole like 10 minutes that you've known this yellow cat, he hasn't had a mouth even when talking. But when he goes to eat, his face sort of splits open like Pac-Man. And I am going to roll him a deception.
Pac-Man.
That's not so bad. That's not so bad. It's a 15. So he's going to sort of make a smacking of the lips sort of noise, put his hands on his hips and go, needs to be cooler. Still a bit hot from oven, yes?
Yeah, mine could be hotter.
Um,
Have I not eaten all of it? I would have shared. I am sorry, friend.
Oh, no, that's okay. There's plenty for everybody. If nobody wants theirs, though, I'll have some.
Yes.
Alex's
there is-
passive insight is 16, by the way.
Okay. What if you're just tasting it?
Oh no, I'm saying like for the because Matt was rolling deception, right? And that was the 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex's passive insight is a 16.
So it's like, no, that wasn't pleasant. But I must be polite. I will not eat another one of those, but, you know.
Yeah. Alex is just tasting it. They will eat it afterwards, but they're tasting it first.
Well, you do give it a nibble, and it tastes kind of charred and like the faintest hint of sweetness. But the texture is that of a rock.
Good. Good shit. That's what I'm here for.
And you will see this baker person smile and say, yes, I had heard of these things called rock cakes, and I had thought to, make some in the, in the organic fashion. And they give you a big smile.
You did a
To
good
your
job.
liking. Oh, thank you.
She takes another bite.
They nod and say, feel free to pick as many as you would like. I have been making these for, I suppose it doesn't matter. And their brows furrow, behind them, at quite a few stacks of trays of what you presume are more rock cakes.
Alex is gonna take some and pocket them. They're just gonna have rocks now.
Same as Fran.
Yeah, Matt'll take a couple.
Yes.
Like, he's not going to
I will
eat
add
them.
rocks to Alex's inventory.
Yeah.
Also, Fran has rolled another stealth. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Cool.
She's doing a little sneaky over to
Well-
the kiln. Don't worry. Don't worry about that.
no, I
Okay,
think
I'm
I
just gonna
will,
roll
thanks.
something real quick.
Yeah, don't worry.
What's the
Mhm.
difference? Sorry, I'm actually looking up rock cake. What's the difference between rock cakes and like normal cookies?
Oh, they are a harder kind of they're not
Okay.
they're not a biscuit. They're not a cookie. They're a cake. They're very
Okay.
dense and quite dry usually.
Okay.
I like
Interesting.
scones, but not as nice.
Yes. And often with fruit. I think.
Anyway, continue.
Mm.
Hey, sorry, DMV logged me out. Continue.
Oh, I hate that.
It's alright. smiles and nods and says, take as many as you'd like. Unfortunately, I do not believe they are going to be used for their intended purpose. And, I should introduce myself. My apologies. My name is Nan. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, what was the name?
Nan.
Non.
Oh, none. Almost like the bread.
Yes.
Thank you
What?
very much for your hospitality, non-friend. Yes, it is very pleasant.
I am glad to see that you think so. It is a shame that, well, you could not experience these as they should experience. I don't suppose you are here for the festival.
Matt's
Festival?
eyes are gonna widen. Ooh, festivals are often good for adventures and shenanigans, yes? Excellent stories.
There's a festival going on? That would make sense for the decorations.
Right. Well, yes, there should be, and they're clearly frowny face. My brain just fucks out on how to describe an upset face. Just like frowny face.
Mood.
Bless.
Man is clearly upset. Or this person is clearly upset. They continue on
Alex
saying,
is automatic,
yes.
like, Alex is on, like, they don't say anything, but in their head they are automatically like, oh, this is plot.
Oh.
Or there is something going on here. What? Is something
no,
wrong?
Yes,
Something happened?
I am unsure. Possibly. You see, the festivities were to happen tonight. Everything has been said, but we have not heard from. Well, we have not heard from the individual that is the celebration, and without them, we cannot have the celebration.
How long ago since you last heard from them?
I last heard from them about a week and a half, possibly, perhaps even more. It's not unusual for them to retreat
Okay.
to their home, but no one has heard from them for quite a while, and we are starting to worry.
Have people been at their house?
Well, yes. Well, I suppose I have. Well, no, I haven't had time. I'm afraid to admit. We have all been rather busy with our trust. You see, I had to bake all of these for the celebration. It gestures at the now noticeably less stacked pile of trays and rock cakes. And most everyone else in this village was preparing their own decorations and supplies for the celebration. We usually let the usually leave the beginning of celebrations themselves to prepare and not disturb them. It is important they have their own time to themselves.
Matt's frowning, and he has one hand on his hip, and he does that sort of tut tut with a pointy finger, kind of from side to side movement. He goes, "It is important to keep track of one's friends. Yes, if you lose contact with friends, then and he kind of pauses and slumps his shoulders a little bit and then perks back up. Then you will never know what kind of situation they are in. It is important to keep track of your friends, yes?
Well, correct, I suppose. Is it is perhaps I am perhaps we have all failed on this point. And their frown gets even deeper. And you would think, if not for the fact their face were made of stone, that wrinkles and frown lines appear around their eyes and mouth. However, that does not change that they usually send word at least a day beforehand that everything is prepared and that they are to be expected at a particular time. We have received no word.
That's not good.
Then is good opportunity to start checking in on friends, yes? If there are still preparations to undertake, we have formed a party. We have had introductions, yes? So, we can go and volunteer. Where do they live? We can check on friend, yes?
That would be very, very good of you. Thank you. I do not wish to stop in case it is a false alarm and they are simply caught up in whatever their
We good?
Did you drop out?
Sound
or
like
was I
do
drop
cut
out?
off.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
is
I
it
was like,
me?
okay.
I was
Are we-
giving them a second. Like, is there
Yeah.
dramatic pause?
Do you, bud? Bud?
If you're talking, we
Bye.
can't hear you.
Dude.
No.
Oh no!
Brett.
Gosh darn it!
Well, while we're here, I feel like it's very important to mention to anyone listening to this that in the background we have Fran and Gyres kind of like Fran's trying to climb the kiln and Gyres is kind of helping by being a stepping stone.
Why are you trying to climb into a live kiln? Those things go up to thousands of degrees!
Don't worry
Well,
about it.
I'm choosing to worry about it!
She's not climbing in it. I mean, she's climbing at the, like, I don't know. I imagine it like those, what is it? Those freaking ovens where, like, you put pizzas in and stuff, right? Like,
Pizza
Yes,
oven.
it does sound like
so
a
there's like
pizza
a
oven.
ledge before you get into the actual kiln. Like,
Yeah,
so she's
but
gonna be
it's
sitting on
still-
that ledge portion.
But it's still very, very close to an extremely hot thing.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
you good? Yeah, you're good.
Yes, hi. Thank you, because that was like a whole minute of me swearing at my computer.
I'm trying to remember. You left off like at like saying something about leaving something to there, and in reference to the missing person.
It was probably going to be
And
something
then it
along the
cut
lines
off.
of leaving them to their business or something like that.
Yeah, something
my
like that. I
assumption.
assume. But that's where you cut
Oh,
off.
that far back? Uh-oh.
Yeah, we
Oh,
were
damn.
waiting for like
Oh, no.
a solid 30 seconds. Like, is did something happen or
nuts. Okay. So what did I say? I love it when this happens because I don't remember things that I say 2 minutes ago. So
God, what a mood.
I think
Yeah, me too.
the
God.
gist of what they were saying was like it would be nice of you to go and check on them and we have to keep preparing just in case there's nothing wrong, I think was the vibe.
Yes. So it was somewhere along the lines of we have to keep prepping just in case this is a false alarm and they're just like busy.
Yeah, easy.
Neat.
Oh, and I did roll to notice
Yeah.
Yes.
your two shenanigans, and I did not. Not with a 15.
So I'm not gonna roll a stealth because the kiln's right there. It was just stealthing to get there. So yeah, you. It's like you finish saying your piece and then you turn around and and yes, there is this small human child just sitting on the ledge of the kiln, which is probably still stoked. So
Please,
Okay.
child.
Just hear no, and Nan just swoops up behind this child, lifts them up from the armpits, turns around at a sharp 90-degree angle, and plops them on top of the counter.
Thank
The heart
you.
emoji.
hey, just sit there.
Is a very, very, very hot kiln. You could hurt yourself being organic. Touching that.
But I wasn't gonna get hurt.
Okay,
It is
Alex
not
is doing
safe.
Alex is doing a think. Because Fran earlier said that the very hot stone was like it could be warmer, and now there's no reaction to sitting on the ledge of the on fire kiln. Not on fire, but like fired up kiln. So they're like, huh.
Me, Alex, handshake, trying to like. You're not a human. What are you?
Or
What are
you got
you?
some kind of resistance to heat somehow, whether that be magic or an inherent ability. They're just like, huh.
And then
They're
you
not
have Matt.
saying anything right now, but they're like, huh.
Iris doesn't know any better. Guys, it's just like this is fine. Why did you move them? They wanted to be up there.
Guys, beloved, I love you. No. Yeah, Nan just shakes the head. It is not safe for organics to be near such a high temperatured operating system. Now, I believe you should not be and lifts them up by the armpits, another sharp 90-degree turn, and starts to walk around the counter and lowers them near towards the door on their feet.
Do you have directions to where we're supposed to go?
Oh. Go back the way you came and follow the sign towards the woods. There is, I suppose if you would like, you could stop by the inn. It is clearly labelled on the sign. However, that is up to you.
Is there something we gain from going to the inn first?
Inns often have stories and other shenanigans that can be obtained, yes? It may be distracting
That's
from
fair.
current mission. However, if we could go there after, that might be good. Or secrets and tips often at inns, yes?
That's true.
Yes.
So
And perhaps another has heard of what has happened to our friend. I can only say that I have not heard from her since she went to her retreat.
All right, we'll check things out then.
Thank you. They give you a nod.
Alex nods back, and they will. If everything seems done, then they will leave.
Yeah, Matt's gonna trot out towards the door. We have a quest, we have a party, and we have a quest. This is a good day, yes? This will make an excellent story.
Well, hopefully.
Giants go too.
Yeah, there's like rapid looking back and forth between Fran and Nan and the two of you, and then just like doing the equivalent of skittering after you two.
Oh, um, I will say as you guys walk away past the window, you'll see a very sudden hand shoot out of it, and in that hand is 4 more little rock eggs.
Don't
Please,
you need the-
come, please, for the way.
The cake. And Fran will take
I
the the cakes.
Didn't they need that for the celebration?
They have many.
Well, you saw they made like a bunch.
Yeah, that's fair.
They are responsible business owner, I can tell, yes? So they will not give away any that would be missed, yes?
Fran does not say anything. She just eats another rock cake.
Yeah, they're. Well, I just find this very funny considering the fact that Alex was once human and also often would eat moss and like in mud and other stuff. So it's like they probably would eat a rock, to be honest. Yeah, they probably would eat a rock at least once, so long as it's small enough to not choke on. They're just like, another kindred soul. Hold. Hey. Oh, okay, never mind. We will
what is it?
see you in a bit then. Oh, I was gonna say.
No, I was asking the group first before I just.
Okay. Yeah, Alice is gonna offer Fran some moss. Let's see if she'd take it and eat it.
She goes,
It's
"Is
good.
this for me?"
Yeah, you can eat it.
Oh.
They will
More
share the
snacks.
delights of moss. More snacks.
She will take some. She will eat some. Does she need to roll anything or?
Yeah, she probably roll con. I'm pretty sure most
my
times that
God.
I've had other people eat this, they've rolled con for it.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Just eats it.
Yeah!
No problem.
Dirty 20, yes! Good, right?
She just eats it and goes.
This child has an iron stomach.
Yeah. You could say that. But I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll try not to take too long.
I mean,
Right.
I am unpaused.
yeah, hell yeah.
Hooray.
Welcome back.
Welcome back from our break. I'm gonna presume
back.
at this time that
God,
What was
sorry.
no, you're good. I was going to say, I presume during this time, like you've all had little snacky snacks, and I imagine that all the characters are also just having a break, chilling out in the plaza.
They're just kind of like, man, we sure just got sent on a quest. Hooray.
But yeah, you go down the road, which slowly turns into an alleyway again, and you're back in the main, what looks to be town square / plaza with the big, well, somewhat big stone signpost and the tall monument still standing there. And now you know, you have a rough idea of which way goes where. So you've got the slightly overgrown path towards presumably the woods and whoever this person's house is, or you've got the inn.
Well, we decided to go to the inn first, correct?
I wouldn't say that quite so strongly, but
We suggest that we brought up the idea of going to the inn first because of like rumors or someone else could have known what happened. So if someone else does know what happened, then it'd be like easier to go there and figure that out than to go all the way to the house to find something that we already knew.
You can go wherever you want. I want to push you either way.
Well, I'll still go to the inn if no one else makes a decision.
Pepper will go off in that direction.
Pepper?
Pepper's not here.
Pepper says
Sorry, I'm using the same voice. Matt, the other cat, the other dummy. Sorry, my bad.
There's,
They changed
there's a
places
sudden-
very suddenly. Swap color balance.
Oh god.
there's a-
They looked away and suddenly there was another person
There was another.
My bad.
Hey, where did you go?
Two cats now.
That would be one of those, oh, I didn't know you were color changing too moments.
Lol. Yeah, no. Sorry. They have the same voice.
You're good.
And
You're
play a
so
lot of the
valid.
They're friends too. Carry on. Matthew is going that way. Fuck.
Points at the baby and the other baby.
You coming?
Jazz is just like whenever someone makes a decision and like I can't think of the word. Like takes charge, like Jazz is like, oh, they must know what they're doing and follows them. So right now it's Alex. So
Okay.
I'm going behind you now.
Yes.
So everyone's
Fran will be at the end of that conga line.
Da, 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 da. Well, the good news is that you don't have to do a conga line because the street here is much wider. You can all walk abreast down this road, and it's a lot more obvious that there's like sidewalks here or pavement. I call it pavement. Americans call them sidewalks. The bits that you're supposed to walk on instead of the middle of the road, which is still kind of empty. And you can see that there's less and less houses this way, or at least the houses that are here are more spaced apart. And as you walk down, you notice that there are even more decorations down here. You see bunting made of stone still again. Again, I'm just going to describe stuff, and it's all going to be stone. It's all going to be stone. There is again lots of pumpkins. You pass by what looks like a kind of garden. And there is a pumpkin that is about the size of one of the houses. Just sitting there. And then right next to it, fenced off, is what looks to be, they look like carrots, but you can't tell. You can only see the top, but that sure does look like carrot leaves, probably, maybe. And you walk on further, and you see what looks to be stalls lined up with little games and what looks like a shooting game. And you walk past a little further, and there's like stone carvings of animals in one of the stalls. And then there's like a stable that has sheep and cows and pigs all carved in stone in it. Like in various states of like grazing or sleeping or just doing stuff. And as you pass all that, you steadily notice sound, a din of noise, a cacophony even, growing just ever so louder and louder and louder until you're standing outside this building, two-story building. There are a couple of steps going up towards the door, and there is a small ramp to the side of that. It kind of merges into one, and there's like a little porch area, and you can hear some laughter and some mutterings. It's not like late night loud, but you can tell it's occupied. There are people in there.
As they walk out, just kind of wondering how you grow stone vegetables.
Ain't
With
that a
great
good question?
difficulty.
Great
Uh,
talent.
yeah,
But bueno los dos.
yeah. I guess we're going inside.
There are more stone people?
More friends, yes?
Yeah, as you all enter, you're all correct. There are more stone people in here. Despite the size of this inn, which is sizable, it is at least 50 feet deep. It mostly stretches along towards your right, and then the wall towards your left stops quite suddenly. It's like 5-10 foot before it's an abrupt stop. And there's just like hooks coming out of the wall. There's nothing hanging from the hooks. They're empty. But to the right, there's loads of tables and chairs made of, again, stone. But you do notice that the bar in front of you and just to the right, the bar looks to be granite. And the bar stools, well, they're less fancy, but they do seem to be a lot shinier than anything else in this place, especially the floors. And there are people muttering in here. There are people with flagons, nursing them or just having a chat. And I'm gonna roll something. You don't see anyone behind the bar, and no one looks up as you come in. You
Alex
can
is
roll
trying to-
perceptions if you like.
Yeah, Alex is trying to see if like what they're drinking is also like stone. They're like gravel or something.
You said perception.
Yep.
All
I
right.
should have had you roll perception when you came in, but I just forget. I'm just like, I want to describe.
Oh, that's a nat one.
The fate.
I'm winning.
So,
Don't worry. Don't worry. Alex has got you. That's a 25.
Shit.
Everyone, we're all standing in front of Gyre.
Jaya, you look to the floor, and there's just small little rock shards. There's small splinters of stone, and there's like dust. And you look around and you can see that whilst the place has been sort of swept, there's stuff on the floor. There's small incremental little bits and chips of stone and gravel, and probably someone's like brought pebbles in, and you look over and someone's taken off their boots, and just spilling out from one of the boots is just a shit ton of pebbles. It's pebbles all the way through those boots.
It's not garbage, but they still can't pick it up. So it's just like, do I try? Is that rude? I don't know. Not nary a
Everything is
fucking
made of
idea what's
stone.
going on in here.
Considering
for audience, we never mentioned what the rules were because it's really funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, we did mention that Gyre's got the nat one. Alex got a 19 plus 6 for 25. Matt got a 19 plus 3 for 22, and Fran got a 17 plus 3 for 20.
Everyone fucking sees, but
I'm
Jaya.
winning. It all depends on what your definition of winning is, though.
Freudian slip aside, I keep forgetting how different Matt and Pepper are from one another. Even if you completely ignore the level difference between these two characters, Matt is a very different being. And I always forget this because I play him so rarely.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember what I told you when you came in, JJ? Jaya sees none of that. Jaya sees
Yeah! Y'all want me to
Giants-
see? Don't think so. I got dirt
Giants
on my
is
lenses.
distracted. The rest of you all see what I described before, which is the granite surface of the bar top area and the polished, what seems to be like polished bar stools, and all the people around. As you all look in, you will see that behind the bar, there are like shelves, but they're all empty. And on the far right wall, there is something hanging, what looks to be like some kind of what you presume is a menu. And from here, you can all see. I'm just going to type out what it is. You see that there's only 3 things listed on what seems to be this menu, which is the usual, grits, and the Sandra special. And they're the only 3 things on the menu. And you notice that obviously behind the bar there is a door, and the door is ajar, and you can hear some kind of rummaging coming from over there. Alex, with the 25, I will say that you can overhear certain conversations, and you get the feeling that despite the loudness and the cheering and the laughter, the atmosphere here isn't a celebratory one. There's a lot more worried murmurings than there is celebratory cheer.
All right. I just heard myself. I don't know whose mic it came after, but it was kind of funny to me. Anyway. I personally don't like. Alex would know how to do this. I personally don't know how to word kind of going up to someone and asking about this situation. That's what they do, though.
Okay. You can just say you go up to the closest person and ask them
Yeah,
whatever you ask them.
yeah, something like that. Like how they heard that like no one's heard about this person from this person in a bit,
Mm.
and they want to help.
Okay.
And have you heard anything?
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything?
Matt is going to
I
jump
can't
up onto
see.
the bar.
Oh,
Matt wants to be tall.
Did
Matt, roll me
did they
athletics,
get to
please.
see? Did Alex get to see whether or not the drinks were made of gravel or something
As
similar,
you
or are they
pass-
actual?
As you pass by, you do see that there seems to be, whilst some of them are gravel, some of them aren't. Like, there is one that looks kind of liquidy, but it's kind of a thick liquid. And there's others that seem to be all sorts of different colors. You're pretty sure you see one that's just what looks to be like, you have to take a double take because you're pretty sure that's just pure gemstones in one of them.
Ooh.
Oh. I think I'm back to deal.
Did you ask me to roll something?
Yeah, you want to get up on the counter? Please roll athletics.
Okie pokey.
Acrobatics. You're too short.
Matthew, did you waste your good roll on using your eyeballs? Oh, dear. That's okay. You are short, I guess. That's a
Little
9.
baby kitty.
Wait.
Was that
I wanna-
acrobatics or athletics?
They're both the same.
Okay.
If it is obvious that he's trying to get up, they Alex will help him get up before they go to talk. Just
That's
pick
fair.
up. They will try. They will
Yeah, I was
attempt.
gonna say, can
heavy.
you?
They're not
Can you?
very.
I actually have a
Can I-
weight rating for this individual. So he weighs 20. He weighs 20 kilos, which is more than Oat weighs. he's dense. He is like 80% muscle and 2% enthusiasm.
10% luck, 20% skill.
Should I roll
Consider.
strength?
Consider.
Can I also?
Huh? What are we considering?
I
What are we
can just
considering?
become a box, and you can just use me as a step stool the same way
That's what Fran did earlier.
Give him the help action. All right.
Well, once Duke comes back from the void.
Oh dear.
Ew.
Muted, unmuted, can't hear you.
No, can't hear you. Wait.
Speak.
Speak.
Nope.
It-
Ah.
There you are.
I cannot hear you at all. Hang on.
No.
Sorry, the then getting cut off by just leaving.
Oh no.
This is not.
Here.
Your name's like fully up, but I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Discord, please. We don't need this.
We already have so much chaos.
We don't need help. We got it.
Give me a second.
Oh,
I'm gonna switch to my phone. I'm gonna try to put my headphones in.
Okay.
Right. I don't know how much better that is for everyone.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, we can hear you.
I mean, we can hear you.
Oh, good, great.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like a little like not muffled, but kind of like that. But it's
Okay.
we can hear you. Is the
It's
point?
workable. We're doing
Yay.
it.
Okay. Good. So I am no longer recording at all. I've had to
Oh.
come off with my laptop to do this.
That is
all
okay.
right.
I was running a backup, so
Yeah, we
Yep.
got Wick and Whis both recording.
We
I-
got you, fam.
I have my many thanks to my backup players. Backup players? Backup recorders.
We're multitasking. We're multitasking.
Oh,
out
also
here.
players. Yes. Right. So the last thing I heard was you're helping Matt up. And Matt is a dense boy.
Yes.
Then we got Jayjay mentioned that
What if I just be a
Gyrus
box
could just be
again?
box and step up. So Alex hasn't like helped yet because apparently Gyrus is very insistent on being a stepping stool for people.
I'm gonna roll it with a.
I'm helping!
So I'm gonna roll it again
Yeah.
with the help action going on. That is
Go for it.
But is Gyrus
Better.
gonna be okay?
20
I'm
kilos is not that
fine.
much. Like, it's just that a lot if you've got shit strength. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fingers plus right numbers. There we go. 13.
Hey.
Okay.
Better.
So I imagine the first time you tried like climbing up the pole of the bar stool, and because it's stone, you just slip down. Your claws don't get any grip. But Fox gives you those. All heads turn towards you.
Fran just goes, "What are y'all looking at?"
They turn towards Fran. And then they all just slowly look back towards
Fran, that
their
would have been the perfect time to steal the gemstones. They're all distracted.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
he doesn't know
mean-
that. Anyway.
gosh. But yeah, you managed to get on top of one of the bar stools. And to your delight, you realise it is spinny.
Okay, hold on. Let me do a whiz save.
Oh boy!
Also,
Oh,
Arrows,
fuck
I haven't
off.
forgotten about you.
Matthew, what? Oh, okay. He is holding in the urge to just spin in place because that was a natural 20. Boring.
Jesus.
I mean, you could just spin anyway.
He'll be twisting his hips, so spinning it backwards and forwards, but his top half is staying still. But he's like, this is fine. This is fine. I am paying attention. Yeah.
Boy. But yeah, you can, from your position on the counter or on the bar stool, you can see over the counter and through the door, and you see there seems to be a large figure past that door, working what looks to be the back room of the or at least what stands to be the kitchen of this place. I'm going to quickly jump back to arrows because I need to address what you were doing. Oh wait, hang on. I'm so sorry, arrows. 1 second.
It's okay.
Wick, you said you were
They're all doing their shenanigans. I'm doing more plot related stuff. The shenanigans come first. The shenanigans
Sorry,
always come first.
I am the best sheep herder, except none of you are sheep. You are cat.
We've got a cat, a bird.
Well, one of them is.
Wick, what was baby child doing? Because I heard
What was I doing?
You, I thought you wanted to do something.
Oh, I mean, I was thinking about stealing.
Yeah,
You want to try
yes, you were.
steal? Do you
I'm
want
gonna try to steal.
Try and steal.
I think I'm back to. Oh, I think I might be able to steal. Wait, do I have to roll sleight of hand? Yeah.
Yes, you do. And because I do have to say, if you're trying to steal specifically the gemstones one, it's going to be a high DC, bud. So
it's gonna be a high
Stick your hand in
DC.
someone's cup.
Just put my hand. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up.
Okay. Okay.
Nat
Cool.
20!
Can't believe you done this.
You reach into the. It's funny because Alex, the person you asked this information about what's going on, you just so happen to ask the person who has the fanciest drink in the pub.
That would do it. That would do it.
Yeah, no, they're too busy answering you. So you, Wick, you do manage to get about 15 GPs worth of gems and gemstones.
Let's fucking go.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so you get like a small handful of those. And arrows, you, Alex, you ask this person what's going on and what they've heard, and you'd like to help. And this person turns to you and says, "Oh, well. Oh, yes. So, you see, that's the funny thing. That really is quite the problem. We've all been waiting to hear word from her, but she's not really said much of anything. And, well, not everyone here knows better than to disturb her when she goes preparing for the ceremony. It's very important, you know. Witches don't like to be disturbed whilst they're preparing their rituals. So we heard, so we've been told. But I don't. I think the only person who might have heard anything would be. Oh, right, just there actually. You, and they kind of wave a hand behind you, Alex. And Matt, you see that the figure moving past the doorway straightens up, turns around and stops to head towards you, and they're quite big. They're like 7 foot tall, big, as they come bending underneath the arch of this doorway and come back out to the front. And this is clearly the bartender. And she calls out, "What are you hurrying me for?" "Well, it seems like we've got some travelling adventurers that hear about, you know, the situation." Right, so you're here about, the ceremony then, passing through?
Yep.
Right. Come on over here then. She basically ushers you all over. So, what exactly did you want to know?
What is there like? Well, first of all, what's the last thing that you heard?
Last thing I heard Well,
Yeah, like what was the last, I guess, update that she gave you guys? Last thing you heard from her.
The last thing I heard from her. Well, I don't think I have heard from her in about a week. Okay.
Last person we talked to said a week and a half, so that's a little closer.
Yeah, no, sorry, haven't heard from her in about a week. And they shake their head. It's a bit odd, considering how close it's coming to the date. She's usually in contact within a day or two, at least to let us know where to set things up and how to prep things, but no, nary a word.
When is the celebration today?
It was supposed to be later on, it's usually during the evening, not quite, just as the sun meets the horizon. But, well, haven't heard anything. And time is getting on, so, well, there's not an awful lot, not an awful lot I can tell you. And she turns to look underneath the counter and starts rummaging and says, but whilst you're here, would any of you like a drink? Obviously, we've got we've got child-friendly options, options for all ages.
You always tell us my dad.
Oh, yes. Well, I take after my own father, you see. Well, no, actually, I don't. I rather don't take after my father. He was a very short man. I suppose, standing right next to him, you'd barely be able to tell we're related at all.
I am familiar with this, yes? My siblings and I do not look alike at all.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I don't really have any siblings. It's just my father and me for a while there. Well, it was just for a while anyway.
This is distraction from Quest, yes? We must check on Fred. Quests have good
Yes,
glory and stories at the end, and talking about family is pleasant, but does not achieve quest status, yes?
We are on kind of a time limit.
Yes, of course.
It is very
So,
irresponsible to not check on Friend, yes?
Well, yeah. On one hand, I would agree with you. On the other hand, this isn't irregular. At least leaving her to her rituals and her studying. It's quite important that she focuses while she prepares for the ceremony. I think that the last time we disturbed her, Carol, what happened the last time someone disturbed her? And a random person in the corner of this pub looks up, and then they lift up one of their hats, or what should be their hat, but at the end of it just seems to be, well, you can only describe it as a potato. It's a
Be
stone
very
potato.
careful then. Got it.
Well, that's not so scary.
Matt is
Oh, well.
staring confusedly, like his eyes are very, very round, and he is the essence of the dot because he's so confused. Normally that doesn't bother him, but now he's just like, I do not get it. Is this gag?
Unfortunately not. Carol is, well, they weren't friends, but I think she got on with Carol. You did get on with her, didn't you? Well, and Carol gives a slow nod, lowers their hand, takes a sip of whatever's in their flagon. So, yes, no one's really gone to check on her because she doesn't like to be checked on. She usually lets us know when she's ready.
Noted. What kind of drinks you got?
Drinking before a quest is very irresponsible.
I did not say it would be that kind of drink.
Can I roll an insight on this bartender while they're Talking
Go
about drinks.
ahead.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
yeah.
go
So I
ahead.
was gonna ask, what's that roll that you got a dirty 20 on? That
You can roll an
that you
insight if you
rolled
want.
wild. Why?
You can
Yeah,
roll an insight if you want.
I'm gonna roll some insight.
Uh-huh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Uh-huh. Mm.
What's Matt's insight?
Cool.
Do you insight it? No.
I'm like, I was just one away.
Oh,
Come on,
poor baby.
I was so close. I was so close.
Meanwhile,
Matt just does not. Matt is the epitome of like, I don't even know, just not noticing anything around.
You've
He's
got
just
the camera.
here.
The camera is facing all of these people who are scrutinizing the bartender, and then it swoops over to Matt, and he's just got dial-up noises.
And then we zoom past Matt, and it's just Gears on the floor making the dialogue noises. Speaking of which, I will ask Jayjay, could you roll me investigation, please?
I can, yeah. Or I could
Thank
try,
you.
I guess.
Give it a go. Whilst I deal with these other two. So yeah, arrows. Something about the way this woman's kind of shuffling around. Ah, okay. Something.
I'm winning.
You are winning. You are winning. I will get to your winning in a second.
you are winning our hearts.
You are. So, Matt, you are, with a 4, you're too busy trying to not spin your life around on this chair to really incite this woman. Arrows with a 19, you kind of squint at this woman, and she seems kind of fidgety, but you don't know her. She could just be like a fiddler kind of person. So everything she says kind of probably tracks. Gosh. I'm so sorry, Wick, I've forgotten your character's name.
Fran.
Fran, that's it. Thank you. Fran, you know that this woman is lying. You know the minute that she says she hadn't heard from the witch, or the other woman. Yeah, the witch. She was lying when she said she hadn't heard from her. The way she started fiddling and looking away, that seemed to be pretty clear signs.
I would like to think then, when she figures it out, or when she's processing it, she's kind of just looking this bartender up and down, and then now she's figured it out. So now she's just staring at her.
The
Okay.
eyes, just constant.
Bartender, whilst you guys are discussing about your drinking issues, looks over at Fran and her brows furrow, and she's, are you right, child? You look a little, you look a little, intense there.
Well, I could ask you the same thing, except you're fidgety and you're not telling the truth.
Why would you say I'm not telling the truth? It's rude to accuse a stranger of lying.
Well, it's also rude to withhold information from the party that's trying to help.
Well, who says I'm withholding information? I've told you everything I know. I haven't heard from him in about a week or so.
Then why are you so fidgety?
She blinks innocently, but she keeps her eyes locked on this bartender.
Sorry, could you repeat what you just said?
But why so fidgety? Was Fran's question.
Yes.
Well, I've got a business to run, clearly, and you're asking questions about things can't answer for you. Unfortunately, I'd like to help you, but I can't. And You haven't ordered anything yet either, so if you've got nothing else, I would ask you to leave, please.
If we order something, will you tell us more?
They said,
Looks around the room. And she kind of lowers her voice. Listen, I can't tell you here, and I can't exactly scoot you out the back, considering everyone's been hearing this conversation. So,
What if you
once you've
wrote
had
it
your
down?
drinks, once you've had your drinks, meet me out the back, and I'll go over what I know with you, alright? But if I do, you have to promise you're going to help us out, right?
Well, yeah, that's the point. That's why we're asking. But okay. What drinks do you
"Hey,
have?
Sandra,
Huh?
Sandra, are you Sandra?
The Sandra special?
Yeah,
Right. Okay, one Sandra special for you. And what about you want to know what drinks we have?
Yeah.
Well, we have obviously is the young lads individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've ordered the Sandra special. And we have the usual or grits.
Grits
I'll
sounds like
take
some
this.
sort of sand.
It's also a food. But here it's probably sand. I'll take a special.
You take this. All right. And they look over at Matt. What do you have, young fella?
There is reason why usual things are usual. Let us attempt this, yes?
All right, and one usual for you. All right, I'll be back out in a jiffy. And she
you
hurries
forgot
out to
the
the back.
robot."
Stop. Roll well, and looks over,
Point.
and then looks over the counter. Hey, you know that investigation I rolled for you earlier, Jayjay?
Yeah, I got an
with an
8.
With an 8, you have been trying to find something to clean up. And whilst you found like little bits of dust and like maybe one loose flagon on the floor, you've not really found any like you've not really found any litter. I mean, you've had like a couple pieces of paper like scooped up. But other than that, nothing much.
Yippee. Garbage is
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah, like the pieces of paper like stained and torn and stuff. Yeah, shrugs. They look pretty old too. But yeah. The bartender looks over and says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you had another person, fellow, with you.
Robot.
Would you like anything down there?"
Gyres just sort of looks up at you, and looks to the rest of the party. They can't speak, so like I mean, like they can make noise, which I'm sure that they are, but they don't. They can't speak common.
Alex. Well, first of all, Alex says, "Is there? Do you want anything in the first place?" Looking for a nod or a shake.
They'll just shake their head.
Okay.
Not to eat, just garbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robot's fine.
Let me roll again. Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Fear?
So, let me just check something. Okay, yeah, cool. So Alex and Fran, as this barkeeper leans over and looks over at Gears, and Gears, you've been like sweeping up all this litter. I say all this litter. It's been dust and a couple bits of paper. She leans over, and you do have like one of these pieces of paper in your hand. Alex and Fran, you see her. She see that her very bulky form somehow gets even stiffer, and her eyes widen a little bit. As she looks over at the piece of paper in your hand. Before she pushes herself back, flashes you all a big smile, and says, "Right. Well, if they're not wanting anything, I will be back in a second." And they bolt through the archway.
We're gonna have to roll another
Alright.
insight. Like, I don't trust like that.
Yeah. Did you say she gave Alex a piece of paper or no? Or she got a
No,
piece of paper?
so whilst she looked over and she saw that Gears was holding a piece of paper, and she had some kind of reaction to it.
Okay. What she got there? They're gonna look at what Jar says. What paper?
I think Josh will
What-
just like look at it and then hand it up to Alex.
Kind of weird that there's, paper in a place where everything's stone.
You're right, that is weird.
Is there anything written on the piece of paper? Or,
Yeah. So, if anyone's looking at this piece of paper, roll me investigation or arcana.
ooh.
Great. I am great at those.
They have got better investigation, so we will go with that.
It's the same.
Are you sure you don't want all of us to roll?
It's whoever's looking at it.
I don't think Matt will be looking at it. Also, it's probably not going to help because he has a -1 in both of those.
Oh no.
You've got a -1. Well, I have a -2.
I was kidding. The one. Wonderful. Alex got a 19. So at least we have that.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just
it's
more
not-
roll, they just
Stares
gave
at
the
it.
paper away.
Okay, cool. Fran, this is an old dirty piece of paper. This is probably a tissue rag that this robot has picked up off the floor, and it's just garbage. You do not know why Alex seems so interested in this. Alex?
She stares at it a little bit and goes,
You're right, it's not stone.
and then she just kind of turns back to like lean on the bar.
Alex, you look at this piece of paper, and yeah, it's not stone, which is the biggest thing about it. But if
Yeah.
you look at it more closely, you realize the language used is quite flowery, but it's clearly discussing some kind of magical formula. You'd have to roll an arcana if you wanted to figure out what it was exactly. But you do notice a few spells pop out in your mind. Let me find where I put these. One of the spells that you can see written down, or at least mentioned frequently, is Stone to Flesh.
Hmm.
Oh,
Give me a
Huh.
second.
me sitting here.
Oh boy.
I know that. Uh-oh.
There's Stone to Flesh, Bark Skin, and give me one moment. There is one more. I just need to find it.
Oh boy.
Why
I'm not sure
didn't
if I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
They
Stone to
kinda-
Flesh. No, sorry. Continue.
They kind of went in like, yeah, that's plot.
You would think I'd be better prepared.
It's okay.
I'm trying to find the things that I need to do. Dooba dooba doo. Dooba dooba doo.
Hey, Jars, do you have any more of these papers?
Guess I'm gonna roll hammer space.
Bang.
Didn't fumble. We're
Okay.
fine. Jars will open the box chest question mark and just pull out any other of the weird papers that they might have picked up
Could you
Yeah,
roll
they're
me a
gonna-
d4, please?
looking around.
Oh.
What is it?
JJ, could you roll me a d4, please?
Yee. Yeah. 2.
2.
Haha, 2.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, you've got 2 pieces of paper.
All right.
Like in addition to the first, or
In addition to the first piece, so 3 in total.
We'll hand them
Hooray.
to Alex.
All right. They will collect these. They will look at these too, see if there's anything more on them.
Okay. Yeah, there is a bit more on there. Again, with your investigation, you can tell they seem to be part, or at least discussing the same thing. And it wasn't. You realize that there's a lot talking about like flesh to stone, or stone to flesh. Another spell you notice is stone shape. Let me see. Where are you? Where are you? And you do see that the last piece of paper just seems to have stuff discussing circles and ruins and other stuff. But you don't really, it doesn't really like click anything in particular.
Okay. Yeah. Alex is gonna like. They're just gonna lean against one of the tables, like whatever table has, I guess, the most amount of people on it, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, so what's the story of this town? How'd you guys how'd this whole thing start up? How long you been
Oh.
here?"
Okay. Are you putting the pieces of paper in front of them?
No, they've
Cool.
pocketed those.
Okay, cool. All the people at this table, like a few of them, just kind of look around and say, "Well, there's not much to say. We're just,
Come
just been
on,
here."
every town has some kind of story.
And they kind of look at each other. That's not something we should really it's not really our place to discuss it, kid. Sorry. I mean, we're happy to have you for the festival, but if if you really want to know more about that, it's not really our place. Sorry, kid. But we're happy to have you in town.
Can I roll persuasion?
Go ahead.
These are stories with
Come on.
prestige. We must
Come
know these stories then.
That's a 17 total.
Do you want to
14
roll
plus
it with
3.
advantage? Get the help action from Matt.
Yes, I will. Hold on. I'm like I was laying down. I'm sitting up for this. Things are important. My interest has been piqued. No,
It took a couple of hours.
That one was a 3. We'll go with the 17.
Yeah. Okay. With the 17, people kind of look at you and look away, and they're all just kind of looking at each other and murmuring a bit. And then
They are giving the most puppy eyes ever.
Oh.
The best puppy eyes a bird can give.
one of the people looks over at you and then looks back and then looks over, and they just slowly edge away from the group of people that are muttering together and lean towards you and whisper, "Listen, it's kind of a sensitive subject for, well, people here, but well, it's let's just say that this ceremony is very, very important to us, and we only get it once a year. And, well, our town wasn't always like this, and it's probably better you don't bring it up around. And at this point, you hear thudding footsteps and a bellow of, "All right, you lot, your drinks are ready. Come on, what you doing over there? Come on, I've got your drinks."
One
And the person leading them shuts up.
moment. They're gonna like hush whisper. Is it like keep you guys alive?
As you do that, you realise the person that's turned their back to you has gone back to the group, and they are all muttering together.
They're gonna eavesdrop, okay? They're gonna. Can I like roll? I don't know, investigation or perception or something.
You can try.
Which one? I guess probably investigation would be because I'm intentionally looking.
If you're trying to eavesdrop, I'd ask for a stealth.
Okay.
No, not stealth. Because they can clearly see you.
Yeah.
I guess perception.
Well, that was a 15 plus 6.
Ooh.
So that is a 21.
With a 21,
Oh boy.
ooh, okay.
Not Alex. Alex is not rolling perception on Matt. Oh boy, Matt. What do? It's not working.
Sorry.
No, they are completely focused on this story. They are locked in.
Locked
Okay.
and loaded.
Yeah, they're like they want to know. You can't keep information from them. They want to know.
Okay, with a 21, you hear mutterings about a ritual, a ceremony, something about tradition, outsiders, and something about father? They keep muttering someone's father. But otherwise you don't get much.
Fascinating.
And it's about that time that you hear like a call saying, "Come on, I've got your drinks already. What are you doing over there?"
Yeah, reluctantly they'll go back. But man, they're so intrigued. They want to know what's going on. They want to know. They are so like I can't even describe how much they want to know.
I wanna know. Okay. Wick, Jayjay,
Yeah.
and Matt Creature. Matt Creature. Creature.
Not even Wiz anymore. You're just a creature.
Sorry, Whis has been reduced to Ginger Cat.
Hey,
Her purest essence.
should I grab Matt?
Please just put your hands over his mouth. Because he's just gone, stories of prestige. Ah, you know many stories. He's looking at the barkeep.
The barkeep looks back kind of confused and says, "Stories of prestige? I've not really done anything prestigious in my life. I'm just a barkeep. I'm.
Actually, that is supposed to be a 4. She just grabs him.
Grabs this cat by the head. It's like, all right, well, we'll be off.
It's like by the scruff and just go.
He makes a little
grabs the drinks.
kind of noise. He merps. He merps in surprise.
Aw, baby.
I think it's drink time.
And she's actually just gonna pass him whatever he ordered, which is the usual.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, explain these drinks to us. I want to know what's what. I assume that the special is gemstones.
So
Maybe.
So you get 2 Sandra specials and the usual. Jayjay, you also Gears, you also have like a flagon of something popped down next to you. And the woman gives you a little smile and says, I know you didn't order anything, but well, it didn't seem right. You don't get something as well, so there you go. Some grits for you. And I'm going to list what this is. So grits is it's a flagon of grit. And gravel.
Sand and
Yes.
It's grit
Yes.
and gravel.
Good.
Boom.
Yeah,
Good.
you have more rocks.
I will eat the rocks.
You eat the rocks, and you don't have to roll con because this is ingestible and safe for you. Sandra special. Well, you did guess correctly before. You get 2 flagons of. It's a very nice color. It's like it's solid, but it's like swirls of like yellow and a bit of orange, and there's some bright popping bits of red in it. Do you drink it?
Is it actual liquid?
No.
Oh yeah. They'll
It's sand.
it's okay. It's still sand. Okay.
It's sand.
Oh, it's sand?
It's
All right,
sand.
cool. She starts pouring it in her mouth.
Excellent.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah, it's fucking sand.
Oh, yeah,
Only
like I
drinking
haven't
sand.
noticed it's.
Whilst you're rolling that con, Matt.
Shut. God, I mean you're not wrong, but like.
That is
Wait,
a
Why do
gift.
you have? Where did you get that from? Why do you have that?
Why do you have sand?
Why do
I
you
don't know
have
how to
this
feel
gift of a
about
person
that.
eating sand?
It just came up when I searched it.
Well, she is enjoying her meal.
Wick,
We're just eating
I
sand
cannot-
here. It's fine.
Wick, I cannot emphasize how glad I am you're getting such high rolls with such low modifiers.
Listen,
brings
I
me such
guess the one
joy.
thing she's good at is just eating things that are not meant to be eaten.
All right, Alex, the chaos gremlin cannot be one upped by this child.
Uh-oh.
They will also try to drink at least. Yeah, they'll try to drink some. Stick their beak in and just like have a humph. Yeah, pretty much. All right, con. Oh boy, what's your con? +4 for a save. All right, come on, Alex. That was a 2?
God.
Alex,
So that's a 6 total.
Oh no.
Alex.
Oh no.
Oh, Alex, you've just tried to drink sand, mate. I don't know what to tell you. Like, with a 6, you don't immediately fall over, choke, and die. But it's sand. It doesn't taste good. It looks pretty. Doesn't taste very pretty.
They
Like-
make a face and they internally note that Karis's body handles this better than apparently their new one does. It
Oh my
must be a
God.
human thing.
It must be a human.
Actually, that's
humans-
not. They used to be human, so they can't. No, it must be a human from this world thing. Yeah, a human from Einquell. Well, no, not even that, because they're like. I don't think anyone would know this if they haven't been like keeping up with Alex lore, but they are from a different world. So they're like, so this is something that humans from this world can handle.
So how's my sand taste, huh?
Your sand. It does taste like sand, but
Nice.
for some reason it's got this like really pleasant kind of aftertaste, and your mouth feels cleaner. Like you feel like you've just had like a really good clean from a dentist, and not a scary one. Like that, it was like the gentlest, like flossing and brushing, and you feel like if you smiled, your teeth would sparkle like pearls. It does still taste like sand, though. That's unavoidable. Now, I do want to get to Matt's drink, which
Oh,
is the
yes.
usual. Matt, in front of you is a flagon of grey something. It does look more liquidy than the sand, but it's still grey something.
Is it like wet cement?
Oh my god.
All right.
You're gonna try it.
Absolutely, and he's gonna open his mouth, and then he's gonna have a little tongue come out, like in the Puss in Boots Last Wish, where he's lapping at the milk in the top of the glass. He's gonna drink it like that. Come on, Matt.
Yes.
Let's see how you do, mate. That's dreadful, sir. Your second best save, and you rolled that. That's a shame. It still makes it a 10.
Hey, it's better.
Hey.
It's better than Alex.
10. Okay.
Okay.
So, good news. You managed to get one gulp down before you realise what you're drinking, which is in fact cement. Congratulations.
Yes. Good. I mean, probably not good, but like, you know.
God, now that really makes me think. All right, just saying for the recording, I am now searching. Is cement edible?
No,
Not.
it's not.
Isn't.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
You do not have to look it up, Wick, because it's not fucking edible. It is cement.
No.
This should not be up for discussion.
No, I'm looking. Okay, hold on. I'm just looking
Shut up,
at
let's look at the research.
Yeah. Let me cook. Give me a second. Oh.
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 Is it toxic?
As I quote from this helpful article,
Boy.
what happens if you eat cement?
You die. You die.
It could. Because it mainly contains lime, which is a corrosive alkaline substance.
Oh! Okay. Matt,
Matt,
it tastes like a I don't know if you've ever had like lime juice or any kind of like lime daiquiri. Because you're gonna get a little hint of that in terms of flavor.
I think he's gonna
lime does not taste like lime.
I will have to say, unfortunately, Matt, do you drink any more, or do you just have those couple of sips?
Oh no, he's just gonna have that little bit and be like, this is bitter. Perhaps not to my taste, yes?
Now you would say that, except once you've had that first swallow, unfortunately, you are going to be silenced for a minute.
Yeah.
Hold your mouth
Ryan.
shut. Sorry.
Wonderful.
Now, because you didn't drink the whole thing, so it is only a minute. But, yeah.
It's
You
probably
good?
going to be
You good
longer than
there?
a minute because he probably won't notice when it wears off at first. Because
Yeah.
he is stupid.
You good there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Seems like he's liking it. I mean, I
Well-
like mine.
So long as you don't die.
I don't think this stuff could kill you.
Oh my
And she's
God.
like just looking into her own little flagon.
I have downed my whole cup of sand.
You did not have sand, my dear. You had pebbles and rock.
Oh no! See, someone said there was sand in there. Never mind. I
Oh,
downed my cup of
actually.
rocks.
Could you buy
I
me
thought
a
it was-
D20, please?
Me?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm scared now, but like, okay.
No, I'm excited.
Fine. 7.
I can't
Yeah.
win, huh?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, you had a good, nice couple crits.
Wait, you're
done.
not gonna explain?
It's fine.
What roll was that? I missed it.
It was a d20, but don't worry about it.
Oh, like no, there was no specific like skill check.
No.
There
Okay.
might have been.
Dude was just like roll a d20 and then
Oh,
didn't
boy.
explain.
Okay.
So
So yeah,
I had rocks.
you had rocks. So once you've finished up, the bartender calls out, "All right, I'm going out for 5 minutes. Don't break the place until I come back." And you hear like a hearty cheer as everyone raises their flagons and slams them down. And then she shoots you all a look and then heads out the back.
Yeah, Alex will go, like, kind of. They'll wave the others to follow them and kind of go out.
Do you all
know
follow?
the truth. You're going somewhere. Gyres is behind you. Dude, like I'm realizing that they're acting like a lost puppy. Oh, you went somewhere? I'm coming with you. Oh, you're only
Aw.
going to the kitchen? No, I'm following you to the kitchen.
Are they not? They are. They are.
That's
are
the
just a
whole
little
plot
guy.
of the movie. That's just the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
Following you around.
That is true, actually. So, do you all go to the back then? Okay, cool.
Yeah, why not?
She leads you all to the back then. And by the back, I mean it's like to the kitchen. There's like a small little porch area. There's some stairs going up, but she leads you straight out the back door. Ushers you out, closes the door, turns around and says, "All right, so you want me to tell you what I know?" Okay. What I know is that probably be easier to show you, and I'm gonna have to roll a hammer space now. Woohoo! Hammer space time. Hammer space time.
Hammer space time.
Hammer space time.
I'm missing my
I
own
found
hammer
what's it.
space.
She reaches into one of the pockets on her tunic and pulls out, shock of horrors, another piece of paper and hands it to you. I hope you lot can read common. I presume you can read common.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I can read.
She nods at you all, and then she crouches down and she looks at Jay's, and you can roll perception if you want. But she is just going to. But she will lean down to Jay's and whisper, "Hey, little guy. So I saw earlier you found some papers, and don't suppose you'd be okay with their. Well, they belong to someone very important to me, and I'd be quite happy if you give them back, if that's all right, please."
They no longer have them.
She does not know this.
How do I go about conveying that I don't have them anymore? How do I want to do this?
Oh dear.
Because they can't say that.
We have got to teach this robot some cartoon sign, don't we?
I mean, if you want to tell the truth, you can literally just point it out.
I think they will. I think they'll just look at Alex and look back to the person and then just point at Alex.
Huh?
Wait, does Alex say, huh?
Yeah, because they weren't expecting to be pointed at.
Jarius is like gesturing as wildly as their arms will let them to like trying to convey that they're talking about the paper that they gave you.
It would be really
Dewpoint.
funny, like, if they did not hear what the person said, so they just have no idea what this is about. They're just like standing there wide-eyed, having no idea, like, what?
Jay's just like gesturing at you wildly, trying to get like the word papers across, and then like looking back at the person and pointing at Alex. It's not. This game of charades is not going well. I mean, alternatively, I could roll performance for that, but
Yes, please do. Whilst you're rolling performance,
is that a good mod?
That's
Are you
Oh my
kidding me?
god!
I have a
That's
good
a
modifier
no!
in this, and I still don't win. I can't win.
Jai is so fucking
So
friendly.
sorry.
Oh my
Giles, you're
god.
doing your absolute best, but this woman's face is crumpling more and more and more, and you imagine if her face could, it would form divots and furrowing brows and lined eyes and creases around her mouth and nose, but nope. Her face seems to kind of shrink as she winks at you and tries to figure out what the hell you're saying. Meanwhile, who is reading the paper?
I mean, oh wait, because she gave another paper, right?
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah, she gave you
Okay.
guys another piece of paper.
If would anyone like Alex would reach for it first. I don't know if anyone else would like want to go for it, but they are. I have mentioned how intended they are at figuring this out. They want the paper.
By all means. Look at the
Okay,
paper.
Alex is reading the paper. Alex is reading it and will like kind of read it at an angle so that the others can read too, which means they're probably kind of crouching down a little bit, considering everyone's shorter than them.
No.
So I haven't got anything word for word, but you can tell immediately that it's been written hastily. Like it's quite messy, but you can figure out that this is presumably from the witch, considering that it's an apology, saying that they had been called out of town on an emergency, and then they go on to talk about something about vampires and a moat and badgers and other stuff.
Damn.
That gets quite confusing. But ultimately, it ends up saying, yeah, they're gonna try and get back as soon as they can, but they are going to be out of town, and they might not make it back in time for the festival.
Oh boy.
Fran just squints at the paper and goes,
Can you read that? Cause it's too messy.
Alex will read it quietly because this is obviously a secret thing. And they saw how like people reacted to, I guess, the story of the town, and they have kind of like suspicions of what this thing might be for, and they don't want anyone freaking out if they overhear, so they're kind of like they read it out loud but quietly, not to be overheard.
Okay. Hey, Whis, has Matt been reading along?
No, if people are reading out loud, he's paying attention, but he's kind of just having a wee music moment.
That's
I
fair.
love that we're
as you should.
calling it that.
I think it's about the time that Alex finishes reading out the paper, the letter, that the bartender kind of funny looks over at the letter, and then she stands up to her full height and squints at all of you and says, I don't suppose that any of you found any papers earlier lying around.
Well-
I saw your friend here had picked some of them up.
Yeah, the robot had some trash earlier.
I wouldn't call it trash. It's
It
actually
was crumpled up paper, but
yes, but It's not trash. It's not rubbish. It's not meant to be thrown away. If you wouldn't mind, I would quite like them back, please.
I don't have it.
Alex has immediately like they have given me like, oh, I can bargain.
Oh.
Gosh. How do they word this? They're I think they'll say wow, come on. Speak words.
Take your time.
Brain, mouth.
Words hard.
I mean, if you can't think of words, you can just say
No,
the general gist.
I have them in my head. They're just not coming out.
That's fair.
They're like half formed. But they're like Can you tell us the story of this town and what this festival is about? Like they have given no indication of that they have the papers. They're gonna try this first, and if she refuses, then they'll mention that they have the papers.
Oh yes, stories of prestige.
Oh my god. He can
She
talk
looks-
again.
My mouth is no longer stuck. Haha.
She
Nice talk.
looks down at Matt. Squints. Stories of prestige.
The people in didn't want to talk about it.
That. Oh. You can see her clench her fist to her side and take a deep breath. Listen. The story and the history of the town. Listen, do you know where those papers are? Because your friend has indicated to me that perhaps one of you may know, or may even have them. And if you do, then...
Alex tilts their head, and they say, "Why do you think I'm asking?"
Okay.
Back, but only if you tell us. I want to know what is going on here.
Okay, I'll give you the broadest strokes I can give you. There is a festival, of course, and a ceremony and a ritual that is done, and it's very important to everyone. We don't do it very often, and it's a celebration of something that can't be undone. And well, because I presume you read that, and the witch that usually helps with the ceremony isn't here, which means she hasn't prepared anything. And I'm the one that found the notes, and nobody else. And I can't. And you see this look of despair come across her face. I can't tell them that the witch is here, that the ceremony's not going to happen. I've been trying to revise my father's notes on how this is supposed to work, but I'm not a wizard. I'm not magic like him. I don't understand how the bits and bobs go together. The witch knew how to do it. She knew the ceremony, the ritual, the spells, and I don't want those people out there to be disappointed, because this only happens once a year, and if it doesn't happen this year, I don't want to see their faces when they realize that night's not going to come for them.
Well, maybe because you're a bit of a coward.
Say that again?
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh.
Brand just like scalping people.
Is it like for one night you're not stoned?
None of you have to roll insight. You can see the look on her face. Her eyes kind of fall and shutter, and very slight nod. Well, sort of like that. It's not completely, but you've seen the decorations around town, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not so much that we stop being stone. That's not something that can really be undone. I've tried. We've tried. She's been trying, but it was very powerful magic, and it's not something that you can just stop. And my father, it isn't us that gets made not stone. It's everything we make. It's all those decorations. Just for one night. They're not stone. We can feel fabric between our fingers. We can feel an animal's pelt beneath our hands. We can feel fruit and vegetables and eat things. We can taste them. We can feel sensations we don't usually get to anymore. And it's important. Can you see why that's important? Can you imagine what it would do to those people if they can't have that sensory experience? Can you? And you can clearly see this woman is starting to pace and tense up and heaving quite a bit.
If if we can't find her, if this kid, if things don't go, like if this doesn't happen, could we just bring in stuff from outside to have at least a little something?
Oh, don't you? No, it doesn't work that way. When you entered the town, you saw the wall, didn't you? That
Yeah.
stone wall.
No? There was a wall?
How'd you get in without seeing the wall?
Matt sort of tilts his head to the side. I was not looking at environment so much. I just walk where my feet take me. It is where I find adventures and stories, yes?
Yes, there's a stone wall out there. And everything here is made of stone. It's a boundary line that the whole thing was supposed to be a ritual. It wasn't supposed to turn everything into stone. It was just supposed to be one little area. But there was a mistake somewhere in the ritual or something, and everything got this. So even if you bought things outside, the minute you did, it wouldn't stay that way. It wouldn't be that way forever. And, well, it can be quite hard to bring in something and have it slowly over time become less organic.
Well, then just break it and fix it.
You can't.
That's
We've
only
been
because you say
trying.
you can't. I mean, you have all the
You don't
pieces,
think-
don't you?
You don't think we haven't been trying? We've been trying for years. child. We've tried everything. None of us here are magic folk. We're just simple people. We're bakers and, well, used to be farmers. Most of the farmers have become masonry people. We're not magical folk.
You're not
That
magic
witch-
because you're not believing in it. The
Oh,
witch believes
trust-
in it.
Magic can also be stolen. Taken
That-
for self, yes? It's not impossible to learn magic. I have seen it happen, yes?
The point is,
Hmm.
you're just being a big coward, not telling them either the truth or trying to fix it yourself. That's it.
Isn't there like, is there not anyone here that knows at least a little bit of magic?
There was one person. But, well, let's just say they're not in a state to be able to talk to you about it.
Okay.
I can't tell you. I don't know.
Where are
But-
they?
Oh, you probably saw them when you came in.
Is it that statue in the middle with the I don't remember everything, the thing that everything is described, but like the one when we first come into town, and there's the statue there before in front of the three paths.
Is this Alex asking?
Yeah, yeah, Alex is asking.
You see this woman suddenly turn away from you, shake her head. Just, listen, I've answered your questions. Can I just have those papers back and just, oh, please, just
Well,
can I have
what are you
those
going to
back?
do to them?
I'm going to keep them safe. Because the one
Yeah?
person that I knew who could do something about this is gone. And apparently, she didn't even care enough to keep my father's papers safe. So
Well,
please, can I
boo-hoo.
have them?
Do something about it instead.
Give me a second.
So sassy!
Hey, maybe lay off a little bit. Like, this is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
What's up?
You can see the her fists have clenched even tighter. You can kind of hear like the kind of groaning of stone, and you can see her jaw firm as she glares at the small child.
Alex steps between them and is like, I am so sorry about what was Sprint's pronouns? I forget.
I mean, I've been using she, but she can go with she, they, so.
Okay. I asked that and then they immediately gave me just saying her name. I am so sorry about friend here. And they hand the paper and they hand the papers back. They're real kind. They don't have a hammer space. They don't have to roll for this. Yeah, they hand the papers back. They have gathered enough information. This person's not like they don't want to like make this person like cry or if they could or anything like that because of how like they don't want to cause too much trouble.
Or kick our butts.
They don't want to like.
That's also an option.
Huh?
Or kick our butts. That's also an option. She's big and made
Yeah,
out of
or that.
stone.
Or that, yeah. They either way, they don't want to agitate her too much, so they'll hand over the papers.
She snatches those papers out of your hand. And
Thank
then
you for telling us about that. We want to help, and we need to know things to do that.
she turns away with her back still turned, and she very gently leafs over the papers and seems to be like smoothing out creases and stuff.
Those are the only ones they had. I don't know if there's more in the inside, but
In the
those were
robot?
the only ones that. In the robot or in the
The bar.
yeah.
I'll have a further look around and see if there's anything left over, but if you really want to help,
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I
Quests
go
are
on
good for
adventures a lot and
glory.
help people,
Quests are good for glory and for stories, yes?
and just like helping people.
That too.
all of that,
whatever your reason is for helping, I didn't go inside of the witch's house, so maybe there's something in there that she forgot. Maybe she's actually prepared everything and it's all ready to go and she's just left. But maybe there's something there. I don't know.
We'll go check it out.
Hmm. See what you
How
do.
do we know what all is like needed in there? If she has everything prepared, then
I don't know. I don't know, but there's got to be something.
we'll try. We'll go. We'll see. If we need to, we'll pick some locks. They look at their hand wings like, wait, do I even know how to pick locks?
There is many ways to gain access to a building, yes? We'll find a way.
Exactly. We'll find. We'll figure out what's going on.
The woman stares down at these pieces of paper for a little while and her eyes look over at the setting sun, or at least the no longer quite noon sun, the evening sun. Well, whatever it is you lot plan to do, I hope you come up with it fast. I don't know how much time you've got left before. Well, it's not the end of the world, is it? It doesn't happen, but it might break a few hearts. Whatever it is you manage to do, I'll be grateful.
Yeah. Does it? What's so important about this day that has to happen?
Oh, something about magic liking cycles and breaking things and mending things at the beginning and the end. And, well,
Breaking and mending.
maybe it's... Well, the anniversary might have something to do with that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
Okay,
Now,
we'll try our best.
Yes,
To glory! And Matt's gonna go head towards the door.
Right, yes. Well, you're all outside.
Yeah.
He is heading off in a random direction, and I am going to roll to see whether or not he's going in the right one. That's a 12 on the dice. What should I add to that? Intelligence? Or survival? Something?
Survival, maybe?
Survival? Okay. Oh my god.
Survival.
Not 121. God.
Fucking
Imagine.
121 modifier.
15. So he might even be going in the right way.
Hooray!
Oh yeah, wait, yeah. Did they get direction? Yeah, they did get directions. Okay.
We got them from the baker. I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alex salutes and they follow.
Jaya and Fran, you guys do anything?
You know the drill. You guys are going somewhere?
Jaya will
Here I
follow.
come.
Oh, here he comes. I will say, oh my word, what I just said your name, how I forgot Fran. There we go.
Ran.
I keep wanting to say like red, and I don't know why. But Fran, if you do go to follow, you will feel a hand grab your shoulder
Uh-huh.
and a
Yeah.
shadow get cast over you.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's
and
fine. Let it happen.
This tall figure of a woman crouches down, and she hasn't turned you around. She is behind you still, but she leans over and she says into your ear, I don't know who taught you your manners, young lady, but I hope wherever you are, wherever they are, your parents know just what kind of daughter they've been raising. Gives her a squeeze on the shoulder, stands up.
Oh, they know exactly who they've raised. Why do you think they kicked me out?
And she will leave.
Oh my gosh!
Cute. Okay.
Stabs. And I think we can draw this as a part
I
one.
knew I should be concerned. I knew.
Yeah, if we're doing a part 2, that'd be like the perfect place to end
Wah! You cannot
dang,
see the look on
okay.
my face. Holy sickles!
Also,
Dang! Wow!
I've just
really
got
can't-
this like knowing look on my face, like something like this was coming. I could have bet on it.
man. Also, I thought this was going to be a one-parter game. I should know better by now. I don't do one-parters.
You've met us.
We were having too much fun with the shenanigans. And
Yeah. By the way, dude, you're a very good DM. I don't think I've had one of your games before, but yeah, no, this is like the balancing, like letting us do what we need to do, and also like showing us like this is like leading us to where we need to go, but also it does entirely feel like our choice. Like you balance it perfectly.
I tried.
You succeed.
This is very
you are
good.
Excellent.
Yes.
So long as you're
Yeah.
so long as you are having fun, that is good.
We are. This is very fun. I am
think
looking forward to part 2.
I think part 2's. I would say it goes by quicker, but that is actually going to depend on what you guys do.
Laid plans never
Yeah.
survive contact with the enemy. In this case,
Looks at this party that keeps getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, we should probably wrap up recording.
Yes.
Thank you for whoever watches this in the future. I hope you had fun. And for everyone who played, thank you for playing. I will see about getting a part 2 sorted in time whenever we can do it. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope part 2 is fun. Enjoy yourselves.
bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.